Right, evening. So, been kindly sent this REKON CT3-HD 260 rips signature series by Scott Country International. So thanks very much to the guys up there for that. I'm going to be comparing this to my Bog Death Grip that I currently own, the aluminium version. There's no comparison in price or quality, but I'll be going on ease of use, interaction for my style of hunting. What I do, I tend to do a lot of walking around hunting, so a nice light tripod is pretty key for me. Initial thoughts, obviously I got home today from work and it is sat there waiting for me. Again, great service from Scott Country International on the postage. Initial setup in the garden, I was really impressed with it, how easy it is to set up, and the height compared to the Bog. Now I'm 6'4", so the Bog sits quite slightly low for me. Now when shooting off a tripod, you ideally want to get down behind the rifle and down into the tripod, but with this you've got loads of adjustment. This sits right above my eyes, so this is more than ample for the style of shooting I get, or style of shooting I do. Depending on your terrain as well, it gives you a lot more adjustment to be downhill or uphill and offset. Initial quality of the product, again, carbon fiber, it's great. Like, you can really feel the quality from the aluminium brackets. Again, from the ball joint that sits on top, that's a fluid ball on there. I think it's about 44mm, and it's precise with a slipping scale on the top here. And again, a quick lockout there, and that frees up the ball joint to maneuver around. Again, leveling bubbles on the top and on the top of the tripod itself. Again, from this plate on the top, you can quick release that by loosening this bracket, and with a button you can take the ball joint off and put another attachment on there should you choose, something from a standard arca, or again with the arca rail fitting on the top, you can just clamp it on, or any sort of other tripod attachment you have, i.e. hog saddle, pig saddle, which are also available from Scott Country. And to initially set this up, all it is a quick twist and a pull and extend of the leg, and twist that back up, lock it on like so, and that's how easy it is to set that tripod up. Got all three legs going. Again, like I said, it doesn't need to be, the legs don't need to be fully extended when doing this, because that gives you straight away, that gives you a nice solid platform there, and that's not even extended out all the way, that's only slightly extended. And again, free the joint up at the top, and away you go. And again, Scott Country sent me everything that I needed for setting this up. They sent me the pig saddle at the top here. On initial thoughts of this, it looked fairly slim. I shoot with a GRS Bifrost and Berserk, quite wide stocks, so I thought that's not going to extend enough to get in the top there, but that fits in no drama. I've tried that at home. It's coming slightly to the end of the thread, but again, that's it looks like it can hold it perfectly. Again, I'm going back to the Bog. Again, the things you get with the Bog, it comes complete as one unit. So extending the legs, again, it's not a twist pull, it's these release catches. There's not much time difference in them to set them up. But again, with the Bog, the feet are spiked at the bottom. Again, if you're shooting on concrete, you twist them out and lock them away. Now to lock that out, like that. Now the other thing with the Bog is you're fairly limited on your swivel and pivot movement you've got on the clamp on the top. It comes complete with the clamp, so there's no extra purchase of like the pig saddle or hog saddle or arca rail or anything like that. it comes as a complete unit, good to go. So that is what I sort of looked at when I was initially purchasing a tripod, and that fitted my needs at the time. So I went with the complete unit. But again, there's nothing wrong with the clamp or the tripod, but you are limited in your up and down, and you've just got left and right. There's no fluid movement like you get on a ball joint. And again, loads of adjustment on these to get any sort of width of stocking or anything like that. And again, it closes right up, so you can have an air rifle, anything like that. Good aluminium sturdy adjustment on there, and that holds them tight. Again, I'll bring the Rekon in, and you can see the size difference compared straight away. That's sitting a lot higher, and again, that's not even fully extended, the Rekon, and that's the bog fully extended as well. But again, feeling them hand in hand like that, they don't feel much different, but over the course of an evening they can quickly it can quickly pile up once you've got your rifle on your shoulder and a bag or anything you're carrying like that. So again, this is my initial thoughts on setting it up and comparing it to the bog on setup. I'll be using it over the next 2 weeks, and we'll see how we get on with that and what we're going to go from there. I mean, again, the price doesn't compare. I paid £114 for the bog on Amazon. I got a good deal. I found a link and I shared that on my page as well, and I think a few people got on there why it is going cheap. Again, up to the near enough the £500 for the 260 rips version, the CT3-HD. You get the ball joint attachment on the top, but you don't get the pig or hog saddle. You have to purchase that separate. So it's what works for you with cost and what your budget can stretch to. But if money's not an option, the carbon fiber version is straight away, it's a different ball game. But we'll see how we go when we get on with shooting later this evening. So we'll just see. Again, that's it all set up there, nice and easy with the ball joint. Again, easy to lock that off. Locking pin just on there, gives you a pivot left and right on the slipping scale. Again, with this massive knob here, gives you a movement in the ball joint. Again, you can tighten that up, and there's fine adjustment there. So once you've got the rough bit, you can undo it slightly there, just to give you a little bit of movement once you've got your rifle on. Again, this locking latch on the side there will give you full swivel, so I don't think you'd need to use that one at the top. You can just have that one and have that slightly loose, and that gives you good movement when you've got the rifle. So like I say, we'll see how we get on with this, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. Back on, fitting the rifle on the top. It's easy into that hog saddle, and the idea is to find your centre of balance, which is roughly just before the magazine housing. Tighten that down, and that is solid. Like I said, you want to be down slightly behind the rifle, but that's nice, and that's a nice height for me there. Again, you can lean into that tripod is absolutely solid. It's not going anywhere. So you can lean into it. Again, gives you full range of motion to pivot round. You can pivot around 360 or wherever you need to do, so you can cover track, easy as that. So again, that clamp's nice and solid on the top there. It holds, like I say, it holds the GRS Bifrost easy, which I thought was quite a wide stock, but that accommodates it. The thread's quite far out there, but it seems to be holding fairly well. So again, initial thoughts, and we'll see how we go with this later on this evening in the coming weeks. Right, cheers. Well, to get my final thoughts on the REKON CT3-HD tripod from Scott Country, it was an absolute pleasure to use. I appreciate them sending that to me. So what I've set out to do with that was a practicality test between my bog def grip and the carbon fibre REKON HD, the 260 rips version. And again, as functionality goes, it is great. I liked how quiet it was, how easy. But again, with the thickness of the legs, a bit of fatigue in the hands, and it become a bit awkward to carry sometimes. But again, versus that, it was nice and light compared to the bog def grip, and again, it was almost silent to set up. And again, with the hog saddle and the ball head on top, it was effortless to have your rifle mounted on there and scan left and right, up and down 360, whatever you needed to do. It give you a fluid movement instead of a up down or a left and right that the def grip gives you. But final thoughts, if I had £600 spare, I'd definitely buy one. But again, versus the def grip, it comes complete as one system ready to go. And again, for a more, I'd say, a professional shooter on a PRS style thing, if you're going to be using a tripod or something like that, then that sort of thing is a great piece of kit. But for what I need, a def grip is good. But I'd probably go somewhere in the realms of the REKON. Again, I think that's a nice place to meet in the middle. But if you're going for that, you might as well put the extra £200-300 together and get the carbon fibre one, because again, the build quality and the application of it is second to none. So it's a good piece of equipment. I just don't think I could warrant the price for it for the amount of times I use it. But again, for a full-time keeper or something like along them lines, it'd be a great piece of kit. But I was a bit scared to get it dirty. But oh well. Again, I look forward to doing my next review on my next piece of equipment I get hold of, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks for your time.